I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. 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 Get out of my way. Out of my way. Coming with all they friends and we get active, yeah. We get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my eyes bloodshot red. I'm ready, right.
One of the NFL's oldest and most storied stadiums, it's time to give it another go at Green Bay's Lambeau Field. Today we've got a battle here in the NFC North. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running for the first time now with a man out of Texas Tech. And maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going back.
Menu narration set to 100.
Gotta pump my taste. Hold up. Y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up. We mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up. Mine also dangerous. Hold up. Y'all talk. Got that touch my savior. Hold up. Keeping that touch with my head. Devils can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. Sonogram don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute but can't steer it no more. Riding away but now you're chilling on shore. What's it used to be?
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Hey. On the ground, it's a rookie from Texas Tech.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
The 22-yard line.
Ready.
Throwing. Love.
That's taken in by Kraft.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 52 blue. Cut.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The Packers at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Ready, set.
To throw now. Here's Love. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go. 22 needle. Yellow. 43. Set.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive.
Ready.
On first down, they go to the... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble loss.
And 0 excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You look at this Packers defense.
They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball. They'll get things done early.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Here we go. Set.
First and 10 at the
40.
16-yard line.
Ready.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Set. Cut. Ready.
Up the middle, it's Anderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
About timeout set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd.
And only a couple there as they'll take this up to the 47.
You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Working out of the gun. Love. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He finds his target, it's Evans. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ready, break. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, it's Lloyd.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Here's Love.
That's to Golden. He's got it right side.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Let's go. Ready.
On 4th down, Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Here's a give up the middle.
Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Set. Hut. Hut.
And they'll run again. And this time he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Let's go now. Set.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Come on, set. Blue, 32. Set.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery with career touchdown number 70. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And this is caught by Evans. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
2nd and 4. That's to the tight end, Laporta. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
First down, Detroit.
Set. Hut. Hut.
Giving the call is Anderson running left. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, Anderson. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 39. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Lions.
Now. Set.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Set.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Set. Ready. Set.
They'll run. Anderson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line.
Ready.
2nd and goal.
Blue, 32.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
Ready.
Montgomery. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll run forward Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after here coming up. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
On the set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on second and long. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
It's now 3rd down.
Now Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. Packers.
Love. And this one caught downfield by Evans. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set, cut.
Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Come on.
Back to throw now on first down. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Anderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready. Hut.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. He might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Set. Ready.
On play action. Love to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On the return is Peterson. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number one. Just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Throwing. Love. Pass caught. That's Golden. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Ready?
Love now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, and they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by McManus is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they didn't give up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now he's going to step up and run. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go. 10 black.
To throw now. Here's Love. Wide open receiver, complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Play fake. Here's Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to run that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. Second and 10. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Set, hut. 50, ready?
They go bootleg. Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. Black 40, fight 60. Set, go.
Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. McManus now for the extra point. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Come on, hut.
10th carry now for Anderson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Set, ready. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On the set.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Set, hut.
Working out of the gun. Love. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Back to throw. Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 12. First down, Lions.
52 points.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 43-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Lions on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third and a few inches. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
They give it to Anderson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ready, break. Let's go now.
Back to throw here. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and 3.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Love. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
And there's the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the ball. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Here we go. Ready.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Ready?
Here's 3rd and 10.
Ready. Set.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's 1st and 10.
Down. Hut.
Throwing to start the drive. Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. Time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Come on, set. Hut.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. go. Now Love. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. 10 black. Set.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Blue 32. Ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Ready? Yellow 43.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere.